there's a concept called the theory of constraints that is based on the idea that a chain is no stronger than its weakest link. And for processes, this means that you're looking at the biggest bottleneck in the process, you're resolving this bottleneck, and then afterwards the bottleneck moves to a different place. And then you go about resolving that one, gradually improving the process further and further. And this concept of the theory of constraints works really nicely together with process mining. So with process mining you can analyze and also visualize bottlenecks that are moving. And let's look at an example. So here you see a process, the initial process of an HR reimbursement process, where we can see there's actually 3 steps that always happen, and there's a kind of control step by an HR employee. They're always making a check of the reimbursement request from the employee. Now, if we're looking at the bottlenecks, looking at the total duration combined with the median here, then we clearly see that this control activity from the HR employee, this is the biggest bottleneck, right? So it takes 4.8 days median, and clearly is the biggest chunk of delay in this process. Now, they made a change in this process, automating actually this particular step, and replacing it by a sample check. So now there's only a subset of the requests are being checked through a sample, and we can see that there's way fewer of these control steps now. Basically, essentially only if there was kind of a request coming from a manager before. And most of the applications are processed automatically. Now, if we're looking now again at the bottleneck analysis and see where we spend most of our time, again through combination of total duration and median duration, you can see the biggest bottleneck in the process now is this manager approval step, which was a much smaller bottleneck before. So this is now the biggest bottleneck that we can look at. And in this process, it's actually quite nice. We can look at the before and after. Let's look at the animation, because you can analyze, but you can also visualize shifting bottlenecks in this way, right? So if we are going a little bit further into the timeline, then you can clearly see here this particular place for with the check by the HR employee, which is the biggest bottleneck overall. And now we come to the place where they actually changed the process. So they processed everything, emptied the whole system over the weekend, and then they started up the new process. So now it's a new process. You see a lot of the cases now go through this direct link, directly being processed in an automated manner. Most of them are so fast you're not seeing them. We actually only see it if we go further and further. We see that this path becomes thicker. But yeah, now you can actually see that this manager approval step becomes the biggest bottleneck. So you can really see how the process bottleneck shifts from one place to the other. And so, yeah, most of you will know the theory of constraints. It's a very well-known concept, but if you don't, it's definitely something you should check out. We will link to the book below in the description. It's based on the book The Goal, and there you can read more about it and use it together with process mining. I hope that was useful. Thanks everyone. Bye.